James Wingate and Jason Warren for their $5 super thanks. Shout out to the J-Dub crew coming through. Big thank you, big time shout out to TJ who submitted this video. TJ has submitted over 560 posts, articles, and videos over, I think, about an 18-month period, and everything he sends is solid gold. So get used to TJ's name getting mentioned. He's going to be sort of an honorary producer of the show because of the incredible amount of contributions he sent my way. Okay, so today's video is about a year old. There are other content creators who have discussed it. It might be a little bit older, but I'm going to tie this particular video, this particular situation, to the Courtney Taylor situation. And I'm going to talk about why this woman and women like her pose the greatest threat to men in America. So let's get to this ridiculousness.
Can I see your warrant? Where's your warrant? Give me a warrant. Give me your warrant.
Oh my God. Where's your
warrant? I just asked you don't touch me, please and thank you.
I didn't do anything to you.
Ma'am.
I didn't do anything to you.
You better
Ma'am, he's
get
told
away.
you more than 5 times now. You should listen. Please listen.
Dude's doing her a solid. Yo, what is she? Yo, this is the cops.
Laughing and like, I just think you guys are like a joke.
A joke?
There are like gang members that are killing people right now, and you're arresting a girl.
Okay, so the very first thing that jumped out to me was huge, and that was the brazenness with which her mother demanded to see a warrant from the police officer. Her posture, her body language, and her utter lack of respect for authority, these are all characteristics that are indicative of modern American women. White girls live the very best lives of any class of human in the history of all mankind on the planet. Now, I know that Mia and her mother are both Puerto Rican, but their skin tone being on the light side gives them white girl privileges. This is exactly why Mia Ponsetto has been dubbed the SoHo Karen. The term Karen is derived from the actions of white women, mostly. This is exactly why she, Mia Ponsetto, accused a black kid of stealing her phone and then attacking the guy. Guys, it is almost always white girls who do like this. It is almost always white girls who get their boyfriends knocked out because them, the white girl, are mouthing off to some dude twice her size. It is almost always white girls who assault employees of Pick an American Business because she felt like she was insulted. And it is almost always white girls who mouth off to the cops just like Mia Ponsetto is doing right now. You see, the physical weakness of white women is routinely weaponized by them in this day and age. They regularly attack and assault men who could literally cave in their faces with a single jab because they know that if he retaliates even one time, he's going straight to jail. It's going to be on his record permanently, forever. This essentially gives women absolute power over men, and you are seeing this abuse of power gifted to them by the very men who protect them right on your screen right now. Now, thankfully, the cops are doing what needs to be done in this situation, but what you're seeing here is the exception to the rule, guys. Modern women in this country get away with just about anything. Hell, Courtney Taylor, the OnlyFans model who allegedly ended her boyfriend, was arrested over 5 months after the alleged incident. They found her covered in blood in the same apartment as his body, and she did not leave in the handcuffs. Modern women see this sort of thing, and they use it as a barometer for what they can or can't get away with. They think to themselves, well, if Courtney Taylor was able to travel all over and vacation in Hawaii after allegedly ending her boyfriend, then surely public intoxication won't get me put in jail, right? Surely a little DUI won't get me put in jail, right? This mentality has given them the kind of boldness to speak to police officers exactly the way Ponsetto's mother is right now. White girls mouthing off to cops is nothing new, but it always amazes me to see the disrespect and flat-out irreverence they show to the very men who indirectly give them this power. It is literally biting the hand that feeds them. But like most modern women, they couldn't give less of a damn. In their minds, they can do no wrong, which includes Mia and her enabling mother. The second thing I'd like to point out is how effing dumb Miss Ponsetto is. It's obvious she watches way too much TV because not every arrest requires a warrant. In fact, police officers are routinely authorized to make warrantless arrests when they have probable cause to believe someone's committed a crime. Even more so when a crime is being committed in front of the cop, like a DUI or public intoxication. Then, of course, when she's getting arrested, she's like, oh, you guys are pathetic and blah, 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 blah. They're gang members killing people and you're arresting a girl. Arresting a girl, she says. You know what's funny? how modern women use the words woman and girl interchangeably. When they want to flex their strength and independence, they use the term grown-ass woman. Nobody can tell me what to do. I'm a grown-ass woman. I can do X, Y, and Z because I'm a grown-ass woman. But then when their grown-ass decisions come with grown-ass consequences, they want to call themselves girls. You're arresting a girl. No, they're arresting a 23-year-old woman who was driving drunk, resisted arrest, and obstructed a peace officer. But then mom wants to talk about gang members deleting each other, but they're wasting their time arresting a girl. Gang activities hurt communities, to be sure, but there are a hell of a lot more women who feel entitled to commit crimes and get away with it, and as far as I'm concerned, that poses a much greater threat to the safety of the public at large. At least gang members settle scores with each other. Most of the crimes they commit against the public are dealing drugs, which are, essentially victimless crimes, to an extent. But women like Mia will commit crimes against anyone and everyone in their blast radius. Consequences be damned. I'd also like to point out that Miss Ponsetto, Mia's mother, committed the crime of assaulting a police officer. The cop could have and probably should have arrested her, but she got the proverbial slap on the wrist when the officer pushed her back away from the skirmish. And the fact that he did not arrest Miss Ponsetto is the crux of the situation. Women not being held accountable for their actions. That's what creates women like this, guys. They are constantly given a pass because they suddenly turn into little girls when the bill comes due. And most of the time, the justice system gives them a pass to some degree. And everyone in the justice system is responsible for it, guys. The cops, the DAs, the judges, and everyone in between consistently enable modern American women to be criminals. Going back to the Courtney Taylor situation, she had a litany of domestic violence accusations. One of the many crimes she was never arrested for happened on an elevator. As you guys can see here, she is clearly assaulting her boyfriend. But because she has never truly been held accountable for her actions, she continued to push the envelope until she finally escalated to the crime she allegedly committed that ended her boyfriend's life. She may not rise to the level that Courtney Taylor did, but that doesn't mean that she does not have the potential to end someone's life. You see, at the time of this arrest, she was on probation for another DUI, but she's still driving around with a blood alcohol level of 0.14, which is almost double the legal limit. At some point, these women need to be held accountable. Entitled American women are the biggest threat to men in this country. All they have to do is accuse one of us of a litany of crimes that have been modified to effectively legislate masculinity out of us, and we're instantly guilty until proven innocent. Hell, men can't even have drunk one-night stands with women anymore without risking their money and their freedom because women are now retroactively retracting their consent. And now we have to deal with women committing crimes against us and just about getting away with it every time. Mia Ponsetto made a false accusation against a kid for stealing her cell phone, assaulted him afterwards, and avoided jail time. She endangered the lives of many other people when she violated her DUI probation by driving with a blood alcohol level of 0.14, again, nearly twice the legal limit. She's still walking the streets and probably still has her license. I got news for you guys. Ponsetto isn't going to stop her behavior because she hasn't been properly held accountable. And at this point, it's only a matter of time before she ends the life of one or more people, what with her proclivities to drink and drive. Understand this, gentlemen, and realize you heard it here first. Just like I told you that Superhead is Brittany Renner 10 years from now, Courtney Taylor is Mia Ponsetto maybe a year from now, if that. She continues to be given a pass by our boots-on-the-ground law enforcement, the district attorneys, and the judges of our justice system. Do not be surprised if we see SoHo Karen on trial for a serious felony. Make sure you like the video on your way out, and if you like this format, drop me a super thanks. Till next time, guys.